Hello, my Singaporean brothers and sisters. Wan sang hao, taka, cie cie. Selamat datang, pacik, macik, tuan, puan. And vanaka makale to all my Indian brothers and sisters. I am Chirag, a true blue Singaporean Indian. I thank you all for your support tonight, and I devote this to all Singaporeans. I come here to share 5 issues that will seriously impact all Singaporeans and all of our lives if they remain, and if we do not do anything about it, and what we, SingFirst, can do for you. Number 1, population and foreign workforce. Many local PMATs, many of you out there, like myself also, may have lost their jobs to foreign talent. Many fresh graduates are not able to find suitable jobs with suitable salaries. We suffer from and underemployment. Why? Because the government has grossly shortchanged us. Thank you. Let me tell you why. There is a free trade agreement called Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement, CECA, between Singapore and India, and Singapore and a few other countries as well. There are many clauses inside that agreement which allow free entry, easy entry for foreigners into Singapore. Why? Number 1, there is no requirement for labor market testing. Labor market testing is practiced in every first world country like the United States, Europe, UK, Australia, which means when there is a job vacancy, the company must first try to find a Singaporean, and if you cannot find a Singaporean, then you try to hire a foreigner. Do we do that here? Absolutely not. To make it worse, this foreign talent can bring in their spouses, husband, wives, and dependents, children, father, mother. And they are also entitled to work as PMATs too. As you can see, it's a very unfair treaty agreement, which is a very strong reason why a lot of us don't have jobs, because our jobs have been displaced by foreigners at all levels, okay? High, middle, low. What is important is what we, SingFirst, can do for you. We promise to craft a bill that will help our PMATs go local, global around Asia, and then regional, the whole world. We will take over the whole world as far as PMAT jobs are concerned, because we will train our local talent. We will train them to take much more better job opportunities, which can be funded from a 5% surplus from our sovereign fund, and we do not even need to touch our national reserves at all. Another thing I want to point out is because of public frustration the last few years, the government has introduced the wage credit scheme and the fair consideration framework. These are schemes which say, okay, we understand the frustration, we will help Singaporeans to come first. However, they are full of loopholes, they do not protect Singaporeans, and do not fundamentally change the nature of hiring practices itself. Number 2, public health care. All of us fall ill someday. We visit hospitals and polyclinics. We face increasing delays and sadly bed crunches. We cannot find a bed. We have to wait in the alleyway for 12 hours, 24 hours until the next person leaves. It's like being in a public toilet almost. We also face a huge risk of over-dependence on foreign healthcare workers. And the main thing is, what if all of them have to leave someday? They have to go back to their country because they are recalled for emergencies. We will face a natural disaster. Number 3, public transportation. All of us suffer from train delays and MRT breakdowns. But I want to point out something to you. We work on a Wall Street model. Profits are shared by the directors and the board holders. But when they have losses, project infrastructure costs are hit hard upon by taxpayers and all of us Singaporeans. Is that fair, Singapore? Exactly, it's not fair. We must go back to our statutory board model, stat board model, which will enhance public accountability and increase cost savings. Number 5, national referendum mechanism, which means everybody should have a say in national issues. The population white paper of 6.9 million and mega investments like the $15 billion mega rail from Singapore to KL will affect all our lives forever. SingFirst will put forth a new bill to allow all Singaporeans to have a say in projects over $50 million. We will introduce electronic voting platforms via our smartphones. And for those who are not electronic savvy, we will have other platforms to hear you. But all Singaporeans will be heard for us, our future, and our grandchildren's futures. Last, youth suffrage. Singapore has invested billions of dollars into ministries of youths. But sadly, the youths today do not have the right to express or participate their views on political, economic, and social decision-making processes. We quote our famous Amos Yee, only 16 years old, a teenager. He had been jailed, but unfortunately, he did not have any voting rights at all. As such, we, SingFirst, strongly believe it's the time for us to change and for us to decide whether we want a better future for us, our children, and our grandchildren. Vote for change, restore our nation, vote for SingFirst. Thank you very much.